Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's 7 p.m. Time to begin our planning commission for this month. First item will be the invocation given by Commissioner Doggett and the flag salute given by Commissioner Davis. Please stand.
Father, thank you for the opportunity to come together in service of our community. Help us make wise decisions that are for the good of everyone involved. Be with our city and national leaders as they make the hard decisions. And as always, we ask you to comfort and protect our service members and their families. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Address the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Chairman Taylor,
Here.
Vice Chairman Doggett,
Here.
Commissioner Davis,
Here.
Commissioner Smystrala,
Here.
Commissioner Beaver.
Here. Item 1 is approval of the minutes of October 14th, 2013 meeting. Do we have any corrections, additions, or do I have a motion for approval?
Now, there was a thing on the back where it involved me with Commissioner Doggett's presentation to the city council about the planning commission meeting. I just thought there was a party here, so I just showed up, so I really didn't have anything to do with that. He had everything.
Okay. If you'll make that change, please.
It's just-
Anything else? I'd entertain a motion to approve
Move to approve the minutes
Second.
with the correction.
with the correction as noted by Commissioner Beaver.
Second.
Any other comments? Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Beaver,
Yes.
Commissioner Smystrala,
Yes.
Commissioner Davis,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Doggett,
Yes.
Chairman Taylor.
Yes. Item 2 is the visitor section. If there's anyone here that would like to address the commission on something not agenda tonight, seeing none, we will proceed. Item 3 is consideration of a lot split by Joseph Weaver of Bass Law Firm on behalf of Sandra Peters and Jerry Boted Bottager on 413 South 8th Street and 820 West Popular Avenue, a portion of northwest quarter of Section 20, Township 12 North, Range 5 West of the Indian Meridian, Canadian County. Will that suffice, Mr. Attorney?
That should suffice.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, good evening. My name is Joe Weaver. I'm an attorney with Bass Law, and I'm here on behalf of my client Sandra Peters, who owns 413 South 8th Street Drive and 820 West Poplar Avenue, and Jerry Bottager, who owns 416 South 8th Street.
It's 8th Street Drive also, isn't it, sir?
Well, it's
on 8th Street?
8th Street Drive and 8th Street are two separate
Yes, sir.
streets. Which, this other one is, the one that Mr. Bonger owns is on 8th Street, which
Okay.
I think is a block over.
Yes.
And this one is on 8th Street Drive. The Poplar, of course, it's the corner of Poplar and 8th Street Drive. That's the one that Ms. Peters owns. I'm sure you've read your packet, and it's a situation where we have two houses on one lot. Been like that for years. We came before the Board of Adjustment last month, and we got some variances as far as some setback lines and some outbuildings. And we started all this for the purpose of, they've got, both of these brother and sister got this from their dad, who had these properties for years. At one point years ago, they moved in an extra house on each one of these lots. The one that's at Poplar, the corner of Poplar and 8th Street Drive, and the one over actually on 8th Street, used to have one home on each one of them, and he moved another home in years ago before, I guess, there was rules and regulations against that kind of thing. and my clients have renters in each one of them. And they wanted to get basically, what we've got is, in order to clear up any possible title problems in the future, in the event one of the tenants wanted to buy one of the houses, or they wanted to sell the houses, whatever, they wanted to get a lot split so one person could buy one, and if they wanted to keep the other, or whatever the case may be, to really kind of clean things up. We've got a lot of things going on out there right now that if we were starting from scratch right now could never happen. And I'm sure that there's probably more than these two properties around here, but it's in the older part of town. And what we're asking on behalf of both clients is that we just get permission for a lot split. What we'll do is we'll take the two properties that are separate legal descriptions, just basically cut them in half, and we'll have two separate legal descriptions for each property, one house on each, one separate address for each.
These are two different items, sir. So the first item we're considering is 413 South 8th Street and 820 West Poplar Avenue. I did drive by these. Mitchell, does the city have any problems since these are in the old part of town? This was done prior to zoning, proper zoning and so
No, the
forth?
houses are currently already built, so there is a little thing they need to take back to the Board of Adjustments, but we have advertised that, and we're gonna take care of that on the lot sizes. So that is being taken back. As you can see from the aerials, it's been like that
Mhm.
forever.
Yeah.
So,
So this city staff has no problem. I mean, I know it'll create some smaller lots in there, but that's the only thing really to be able to do if they want to sell off one of them. Or
that is correct.
we have done this before on other properties.
Does each house have separate, its own water meter and that sort of thing?
Yes.
And so what do they have to take back to the Board of Adjustments? Is this something that we can pass with the conditional that they go back to the Board of Adjustments?
Yes, there is a motion in there, a draft motion,
Yes.
that would cover that.
Okay. Is there any question from the commissioners to this gentleman? Be straightforward. No comments or questions, I'd entertain a motion. Would someone like to read the draft motion?
Well, in the case of the application for a lot split, we're 412 South 8th and Street Drive and 820 Poplar, submitted by Bass Law Firm on behalf of Sandra Peters and Jerry Botker. We have read the staff report and received testimony at the public hearing. We find ourselves in agreement with the staff findings. I move this item be approved with the following conditions. Appropriate variance be submitted to and reviewed by the Board of Adjustments no later than December 2nd, 2013. And number 2, corrected legal description for each lot and a dimensioned site plan be submitted to staff prior to review by the Board of Adjustments.
Is that agreeable with you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion or comments? Call the roll, please.
Chairman Taylor?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Doggett?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Commissioner Smystrela?
Yes.
Commissioner
Item 4 is consideration of a lot split by Joseph Weaver of Bass Law Firm on behalf of Sandra Peters and Jerry Bodiger. Did I say that correct? Bodiger? Okay. All right. On 412 South 8th Street and 416 South 8th Street, a portion, and this is 8th Street, not 8th Street Drive, 8th Street, a portion of the northwest quarter of Section 20, Township 12 North, Range 5 West of the Indian Meridian, Canadian County. We've already discussed this. Is there any questions or comments from the commissioners? Someone care to read this draft motion?
I have a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Okay,
In the case of the application for a lot split for 412 and 416 South 8th Street, submitted by Bass Law Firm on behalf of Sandra Peters and Jerry Boatger, we've read the staff report, received testimony at the public hearing. We find ourselves in agreement with the staff findings. I move that this item be approved with the following additional conditions. Number one, corrected legal descriptions be prepared for each proposed lot, as well as a dimension site plan. Said legal descriptions and site plans shall be reviewed and approved by staff within 1 week of this approval. And number two, side yard setbacks be checked for compliance at 412 South 8th Street, and a variance filed if necessary.
we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Bieber,
Yes.
Commissioner Smystrela,
Yes.
Commissioner Davis,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Doggett,
Yes?
Chairman Taylor.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
And next, we have several applications from Mr. Nail for circular driveway curb cuts. We will have to take these separately, correct, Mr. Attorney?
We will.
And vote on each one of them, okay? The first one is consideration of an application by John Nail for a circular driveway curb cut located at 2212 War Eagle in Yukon, Oklahoma. Mr. Nail, sir.
Just ask for your consideration on that. Owner would like to have a circle driveway, and we're just following procedure.
Is this in your new section over in Stone Creek?
Yes.
Stone Mill?
Yes, sir.
It's a corner lot, so there's no problem.
Mr. Chairman,
Yeah.
there is a drawing in there for that, if you,
Yes, I saw that.
okay.
Questions by the commissioners, or? Someone care to read the motion? I entertain the motion.
I'll make a motion.
Okay,
In the case of the request by John Nail Construction to construct a circular drive and new curb cuts at 2212 War Acres Lane, we've read the staff report, received testimony at the public hearing. We find ourselves in agreement with the staff findings, including all plans and attachments cited in the staff reports. I move that this item be approved.
any comments or further discussion? Call the roll, please.
Need a second?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can we have a
I'll second the motion.
All right, second. Now, any comments or further discussion? Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Bieber,
Yes.
Commissioner Smystrela,
Yes.
Commissioner Davis,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Doggett,
Yes?
Chairman Taylor.
Yes. Item 6, consider an application by John Nail for a circular driveway curb cut located at 911 Stone Creek, Yukon, Oklahoma. Separate. That's a brand-new house that you've got in there.
Yes, sir, on the boulevard.
Yeah, just,
And they too would requested for a circle driveway.
will it be kind of like the one next to it, kind of a flat, the one just to the north of it?
It's a little different. I don't have that drawing in front of me, but it's similar.
Similar?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Any discussion, or can someone care to read that motion?
I'd make the motion, please.
Okay,
In the case of the request by John Nail Construction to construct a circular driveway and new curbs cut at 911 Stone Creek Boulevard, we have read the staff report and received testimony at the public hearing. We find ourselves in agreement with staff findings, including all plans and attachments cited in the staff reports. I move that this item be approved.
is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this curb cut for 911 Stone Creek. Call the roll, please.
Chairman Taylor?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Doggett?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Commissioner Slystrala?
Yes.
Commissioner Bieber?
Yes.
Item 7, consider of an application by John Nail for a circular driveway curb cut located at 2216 War Eagle. Again, in this new addition here in Yukon, Oklahoma. Anybody? Mr. Beaver, would you like to read this one?
Back to me, I guess. In the case of the request by John Nail Construction to construct a circular driveway and new curb cut at 2216 War Eagle Lane, we have read the staff report and received testimony at the public hearing. We find ourselves in agreement with the staff findings, including all plans and attachments cited in the staff report. I move this item be approved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. No further discussion. Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Bieber?
Yes.
Commissioner Slystrala?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Doggett?
Yes.
Chairman Taylor?
Yes. And item 8, consider an application by John Nail for a circular driveway curb cut located at 2224 War Eagle, Yukon, Oklahoma. Anybody care to read it?
I have a motion.
Okay.
In the case of the request of, by John Nail Construction to construct a circular driveway and new curb cut at 2224 War Eagle Lane, we've read the staff report and received testimony at the public hearing. Find ourselves in agreement with staff findings, including all plans and attachments cited in the staff reports. I move that this item be approved.
Second.
No, motion and a second. Any further discussion? Call the roll, please.
Chairman Taylor?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Doggett?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Commissioner Slystrala?
Yes.
Commissioner Bieber?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Nail. Mitchell, is obviously our covenants prohibit a curb cut without coming before us. Is there any way on these new homes that, I mean, this could be modified or changed so
The
that,
city attorney felt like it's appropriate that we bring him in front of the planning commission for review, or the board of adjustments, and the planning commission is the body that we've actually brought him in front of. They want somebody other than staff to look at it, so it gives other people a chance to look at it as well.
I mean, is it because there's just 2 curb cuts? Is that the main reason?
Because the ordinance actually gives you one, and they're asking for a second.
How many people, Mr. Nail, request circular drives nowadays?
How many have we had, Mitchell? We just started this about a year ago, right?
Yes, it's been quite a few.
We had quite a few. I have several over the past years.
One of the things that we're looking at is making sure that the small lots that get 60 foot wide are not getting a curb cut or a secondary curb cut, because usually the circle drives are too small, too compact. So that's one of the reasons we're looking at them as well, bringing them here in front of you.
I'm just asking, could they not have one long curb cut if they didn't want any grass out front, just kind of
No.
cement it in?
No, not the whole front, no. We're restricted by ordinance on the width of the opening.
Okay, maybe we'll see you again.
I hope. I do appreciate you all's time. I know that it's important to you, and it makes it a nice place for someone to be able to construct things when you have a town with people that are willing to serve. And I do appreciate it, and I hope I'm back again. I mean, I'm busy. Thank you.
Any new business come before us tonight?
No new business.
Business. Open discussion. Lots of things going on in Yukon for the folks at home. I always said when I was mayor, if you can't find something to do in Yukon, you're just not looking very hard. But we have coming up the first weekend in December is the Nutcracker performance at the auditorium by Deborah Vosson's Central Oklahoma Ballet School of Dance, and she has outstanding stars coming in from around the country, and some of them around the world have performed around the world, are coming in to perform here. Then we have the Sounds of the Season is the 12th? 19th, the following week. Same show that the Philharmonic puts on downtown at the Civic Center, or the big performances cost you 30, 40, 50 bucks to go down there and hear. You can hear the same audience and the same stars and the same program here in Yukon for $5, and the money stays here in town with the school system, either the project graduation or the Foundation for Excellence. So we encourage folks to stay and come and hear that, and also the turning on of the Christmas lights here in a few days. And for us that live on that end of town, it'll make life real interesting for about a month, trying to get around, but it couldn't be any worse than trying to drive on the highway like it is now, so. It is. Yukon's a great place to live. It's a great place to live. And so take advantage of the things that go on here. That's just a few of the things. Did I miss anything or anything else? Mayor's Christmas party comes up. Mike, is that this weekend, or?
Actually, I do not know.
I think it's this weekend. If it's not, it's the next weekend. And I hope all of the folks watching and get together with your families and have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a safe holiday. Anything else from the commissioners? Then our next meeting is scheduled for December the 9th.